Hey, good morning guys. Welcome to JSpeak. Today we're going to cover 3 questions. Let's get to it. Alright, so the first question was comparing the Marshall Mini Silver Jubilee against the Orange Rocker 15 and if I had any insight. About those two specifically, no. I have not played either one of those amps. I have owned their big brothers. So respectively the Marshall Silver Jubilee 100 watt head, the 2555X, the reissue, and the Orange Rocker 32. If I'm comparing both of those amps as they stand alone, one is a head, one is a combo. Big difference right off the bat. Obviously, you need a pretty substantial cab to go along with a 100 watt head. You need speakers that can handle that. That head specifically, you had to get really loud to get it to cook. You wanted that awesome Marshall sound, you could get it, but at the expense of your hearing, really. But overall, great head. It EQ'd very different. I had a DSL 100 and I played other Marshall amps, solid state to whatever. I seem to fight with them a lot, just in general. Orange, on the other hand, I don't seem to fight with at all. It's probably one of the easier amp manufacturers to get on with. The Rocker 32 specifically, just being stereo, filled with all sorts of orangey goodness, was a pretty easy amp to learn and play. Now, as far as your question, so if we just look at this on paper, it's only a 20 watt version, which is fine because if you're a bedroom player, but it'll switch down to 5 watts, which was really cool. And I believe it comes in a head and cab situation. So obviously that's really friendly. You don't need, you could use a 112, you could even use a greenback with that and you're good to go. Marshall does have an effects loop. It has a DI out, I believe. So you get some extra options there, which is awesome. And actually, come to think of it, I think the cab does come with a greenback in it, so Marshall and greenbacks usually play pretty nice together. Some of the differences you're going to have are the Marshall runs on EL34s, the Rocker runs on EL84. Right off the bat, 2 totally different tubes. They're going to break up differently. The power is very different between the two. Now, the Rocker 15 is a 10-inch combo. So gold label speaker, which is Orange's own concoction. So they're not using a Celestian. They're not using a 12-inch speaker either. They're using a 10-inch. Now that Rocker 15 is a nice, small, compact little monster. Much like the Rocker 32, it was very compact. You know, easy to move around, gig with, all that good stuff. So the other thing with the Rocker is that it's got switchable wattages. So instead of the Mini with the 20 and the 5 watt, you can run the Rocker 15 at 15, run it at 7, you can run it at 1. I believe you can even run it at a half a watt. If volume is a concern, definitely go with the Rocker 15, especially if it's a practice amp. You know, my opinion. Weight-wise, as far as the combo goes anyway, the Rocker is like half the weight of the Marshall. So if that means anything to you, that's pretty substantial. I'd say is an all-around better buy, the Rocker 15 would probably win. Probably a more flexible option. Now, if you're looking for a wide range of very well-known tones, I'd have to give it to the Marshall on that one. Second question was, am I holding out for a Dirty Shirley or a Small Box by Friedman? I wouldn't say I'm holding out. I think those are definitely in my future. I'm not sure which one. And I'm not sure if either of the Minis would be either. They're very intriguing. I have a lot of very powerful amps right now. A lot of 100 watters. I really don't need that, but I do silent record quite a bit with my Torpedo by 2 notes. And honestly, wattage doesn't matter. I find that some of the 50 watt stuff is probably not as loud as one would think, or at least I can get them to break up the way I want and get really good sounds out of them without having to break my eardrums. One or all of them could easily be had. Been going through like a guitar thing right now where I've been focusing a lot on that, so a lot of demos of guitars coming. Yeah, I will definitely pick up a Dirty Shirley or Small Box at some point. They are just expensive guitar heads. If you see any deals on any, shoot me a message though, or if you have one for sale, maybe we can work something out. Someone made a comment, the Thunderverb 50 and the Reverb. So it wasn't really a question, but I thought I'd cover it. Just because I've owned a few of the Rocker Verbs in that series, And the reverb was very different amp to amp. 2 version of the rock reverb. The reverb was like a different pedal. It was, and the only way I could compare it was, it sounded like there was something else going on, and it went like full extreme in this gigantic chamber. I thought it was awesome. It sounded huge, not like in an arena rock way, but huge as in like, again, it was just like this huge cathedral room that it was based on. I have no idea what they were trying to accomplish with that, but it was a very unique reverb. The Mark III version is way more usable. It's one of those arena rock, standing on a mountain, reverby solo thing. So if the Thunderverb series is anything like that, I can understand why you'd fight with the reverb. I don't understand the differences there. It's massively different, just completely. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to cover this week is I got some questions about basses, because there's a few lying around the studio here. So I'm going to do some comparisons with those coming up too. I'm going to release maybe like 3 videos a week now. So pretty much November to December. I think we're going to do 3 a week. I think we're going to do a couple demos. I'm not sure what day though. Maybe I'll move the Wednesday thing to a Tuesday, Thursday. Maybe do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday or something. But be on the lookout for that. We're going to have a wide range of stuff going on. If you have any questions, comments, leave it. If you're a first-time viewer, remember to subscribe, like, share me with your friends. That's right. I said share me with your friends. Share the video. Maybe they'll be into it too. I don't know. There's no way to tell. Let's see if we can get around. Keep growing this thing. Anyway, have a great week, and many more videos to come. Don't miss one sub.